Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in for another one of my videos. Something completely different this time. You'll see in front of me I've got these box sets by Yes. These are the Golden Ticket, or these here are the Golden Ticket series box sets that we started in 2021. And there were 5 in total, and then there were 2 kind of side projects which are here. Now these were just sort of private things made up in frustration, if you like, from being a Yes fan for 50 plus years and not really seeing what we wanted to come out from the band of their heyday, if you like, in the 70s. So I just felt that I wanted to maybe put something together myself for my own enjoyment, and that's all it was really at the time. I also, my son had a professional studio which he put together, and he was a sound engineer, well he is a sound engineer. And so we were able to not only put some nice packaging together, but also do some nice work on the live material. So these were remastered painstakingly, to be honest, and many hours were spent trying to perfect things. And so we had great fun, and these are what resulted. So what I think I would like to do is to present them to you one by one and do a sort of an opening, a box out opening, if you like, of the of each one, and to show you what we did. And I think all the music that we did has been put up on YouTube. So I might intersperse it with a bit of music if I can do that, but otherwise just refer you to the previous videos where the tracks have all been put up. So that's what this is all going to be about. We'll start off with this one, which is the Wembley 78 box that we did, which was the driver really of the whole project. Because I've been desperate to get Wembley 78 done properly, and there are still rumours that it's going to be done maybe even this year by the band or people working on their behalf, which will be great if it happens. But back in 2021 this was my attempt to do something to suitably reflect the brilliance of the performance and to capture the band at that time. So that's the one we'll start off with, and I hope you'll stick around and just see what we've done, and that they're not commercially available, you can't buy them, we don't sell them. There was only a handful made of each one. They cost a fortune to do, so it cost a packet of money. Nobody made any money from it, quite the reverse. But it was fun to do, and it was a great sense of achievement, and we learnt a lot as we went along, I have to say, in terms of crafting things and how to work on designs and stuff. So in many ways the first one, the Wembley one, was the what's the word, guinea pig for the ones that followed, because I do feel that they all improved as we went along and got quite elaborate. Probably got a bit overblown, shall we say, but anyway, there we are, and I hope you'll enjoy seeing what we did. Okay, so the first box set we're going to look at is this one called Perfection in the Round. So this was based on the Wembley 78 broadcast, Radio 1 rock show. 28th October 78 was recorded, and I was there for the matinee show that day. And what we did with this, we expanded it to make it a 3 CD set. So we filled it out to basically fill in the missing tracks, which were parts of Madrigal. That the Close Encounters intro, first of all, was added in. Then we added the Madrigal, Rick Wakeman's solo, and basically tried to make it as complete a Tormato show from that period as possible. We then put on the bonus disc, or on the third disc if you like, because it just carried over onto disc 3, bonus tracks which were the rare tracks from that tour, which I'll talk about when we do the unboxing. So heads down, let's have a look at it. Okay, so the first thing is we wanted to have a kind of generic approach to these, whereby they all had a plastic protective sleeve over the boxes, and each one would then have a numbered sticker, which that's the sticker on this one. So it was a round sticker, obviously, and we obviously got this well-known live picture, and then put the text at the front to follow the edge of the stage as best we could in a curve, and then the bottom was kind of a followed through style with having that information on the bottom. Okay, so we remove it from its protective sleeve. And the sides all had the title on there. So for the back of the box we used a bit of Roger Dean from Yes Shows, and then just put the tracks, and you'll see on the bonus tracks there which ones we chose. So as I say, these were all remastered. So opening up the box, every box has a printed in a lid, and it should have your name, person whose box it is, and the number on it. This was quite an interesting design to get the round theme, if you like, with the Roger Dean, with the Yes logo, and I thought that worked out quite well. And then everyone has a ribbon protecting the insides, and as you'll see when we go through the others, they kind of slightly vary in terms of the materials that we've used for these things. So that was the presentation when you opened it up. The problem with the ribbon is a pain to get the things out afterwards, but we'll do our best. So you then have this kind of gold ticket informing you that you're one of the lucky people who've got a copy of this, and just tells you some basic information about it. And then what they all have is a welcome sheet. So the first proper insert is a welcome sheet. We took this from the fact that famously on the broadcast John says welcome to London. So this is just an introductory thing the spiel and introducing you to effectively the the material that's on the set. So we've then got a poster especially created for the set, just one poster. Well, you'll see we refer to 79 as well as 78 because that was where some of the bonus material came from. It's still effectively the Tomato tour. And we then have this thing, which again we tried to follow through. It's like we call them wallets, and what we did, we made this kind of open fronted wallet using the tomato kind of imagery, and then inside there, so that's the wallet, you get you get your exclusive certificate, which this one is done on sort of glitter paper, and we've also got them printed on the back. So they're actually all covered on these faint yes logos, front and back in fact, so you couldn't easily copy that even if you wanted to. You then get your ticket, because it's golden ticket series, so everybody has a numbered ticket on gold paper, and then you have your photo inserts. So that was the Chris Squire one that we did. John. Fish you. Alan. Rick. And a beautiful picture of Steve Howe. So they all went into the wallet. So that we thought was a nice touch. We then had this kind of card printed, perfection in the round, and on the back is a copy of the ticket, somewhat enlarged. You then had this craft version of the same thing, so a craft card, again with a ticket on the back, and then you come to the book. So this was only a fairly thin book, but this was all done especially for the box set. The opening page. Those are the quotes from the 2 broadcasts that Tommy Vance did, verbatim. He introduces it. And then pages of text. Photos, the inner spread was devoted to sort of bootleg imagery, and that was also where we put the source information for the recordings. So just to clarify what we used, all sources were from the Wembley FM broadcast, remastered, but let's have a look. So the Young Person's Guide intro, not the Close Encounters intro, the Young Person's Guide intro, which was missing from the broadcast, was taken from actually an audience recording from Long Beach Arena, 26th of May 79. Future Times Rejoice we took from Richfield Coliseum 78, which in hindsight wasn't the best source to use. It didn't actually sit that comfortably with the rest of the material, to be honest. And then the bonus tracks, Release and Parallels from the Boston 78 show, 30th of August. We then took Arriving UFO from Boston 79, and You and I from Vancouver 79, Going for the One from Buffalo 78, and Leaves of Green from Philadelphia Spectrum 79. So those bonus tracks, all tracks they didn't play on the UK shows and that weren't broadcast. So that's the information given in the book. Further text there. We then did a fact file on the tour itself, trying to run through all the different rare tracks that were played different nights and how the tour kind of developed as it went along. And further text, more text there, photographs, and then a page of memorabilia, 78 memorabilia, and then a page, the sort of closing page with some more tour info, and some comments by Nigel Luby on the stage design, quite brief obviously, and that was it. So that was the book. And so the CDs themselves, it was a triple CD, and this is how we did them. So we did a kind of cut out Yes Show's Roger Dean image, and the discs are in digipacks which fit in like sort of jigsaws. So when you take disc 1 out, you start to reveal something else behind it, which I'll show you. So basically the discs in these holders, and that was the inside, that's disc 1. Disc 2. And disc 3 with the bonus stuff. And so with all those removed, you then had the kind of circular image that you had on the box lid slightly changed. So we just about managed to get it to work with the Tormato word fully visible in the bottom box. So that was quite a challenge to achieve that, but I think it worked well, certainly for a first effort. And yeah. So as I say, this is what kind of I felt was needed as a sort of celebratory box set, that they just weren't, there was no suggestion that anybody was even thinking of doing anything. So you give up waiting, you think, well, I'll try my best to do one myself, and that's what we did. So I think you can imagine a fair amount of time and effort went into producing them, and of course, most importantly of all, the sound was fantastic. So it is remastered, it's much improved. We took it from a broadcast source, so it wasn't from a master or anything, or the original tapes. We just took it from the best broadcast source we could find, the cleanest. But I think we brought it up a bit more dynamic. And of course, we had fun mixing in the additional tracks, trying to do it as seamlessly as possible. And so that was our first attempt, and very happy with it. Very happy with how that came out, and yeah, so that spurred us on really, and further such things were attempted. I'll put that back in its protective sleeve. That's it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.